Hey, what's going on, freight fans? Freight guy here. Today is Monday, February 24th, and I am in Tucson, Arizona at Davis Mountain Air Force Base, where I'm going to pick up a 31-foot long, 9 feet tall, 8 foot wide container of some sort to take to Hill Air Force Base north of Salt Lake. So I'll be doing I-15 again. So like I told you guys on my last video toward the end, this will be an interesting week because we're trying to get me east, obviously. So on March 4th, I need to pick up in Wisconsin, as of right now, to take back to Arizona some stuff for the LPGA, the Ladies Golf Association. In addition, I'd like to try to time myself somehow to see my son's next set of baseball games, because he'll be in Kansas City Thursday and Friday for a series. And so if I can get there for both of those days or one of those days, that would be awesome too. But with that said, I'm looking on the boards and there's not much heading that way, of course. It seems to be tough to head east from here, from this side of the country, for me anyway. Maybe if I was over in California more, I'd find it. Technically speaking, I've been east twice. One time was from Chandler to Dallas, and then one time from California to Virginia. And that's it. That's it. It's the only times I've had anything going east. So I don't know. It just seems to be tough. Just not a lot of stuff in the Arizona, Nevada, Utah market going that way. So I guess we'll just have to kind of keep our eyes on it and see how it goes. Right now, I'm just waiting in a security line. So last time I picked up here at Davis Mountain, I think it almost took me 2 hours just to get through security. I've already been here. Geez, I've already been here 40 minutes, just sitting here waiting. So. This part kind of stinks. They basically make everybody come in. You open up all your doors to your vehicle. They go through, they search it, and then you take your registration and insurance and then your license over to another little window, and then they do a background check on you because you can't have any felonies to come in here. So it's just a long process before you can get out the door. So this kind of stinks, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I'll check in with you later once I get this load on board. Rolling by the boneyard here, guys. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, I am, because I lived here forever, but hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of planes and jets and helicopters, all not getting used. From what I understand, they're all ready to go. They just need motors dropped in them, and then they can take. I'm sure we wouldn't be using these things, but anyway, kind of cool. I should have started filming earlier because there's just so many. Okay, so I'm still here at Davis Mountain. This place is pretty cool. Let me get you, see what this is here. See if you can see that big ass plane behind me back here. Anyway, I'll let you see the boneyard behind me back there. So it's going to end up being 3 pieces, about 31 feet long. So the length is right. I'm not sure about the width yet, but they got to go find the stuff. I guess it's some sort of wing for an airplane or something. So this will be different. So I'm gonna start getting my stuff put together, and I'll show you guys the stuff as soon as they pull it up here, and I can give you a look at it.
I go back to be right on the edge on this side.
You just can't have overhang on the sides. It's a big part. Yeah.
You get back up.
Yeah, keep coming back. Come back a little bit more that way. What do you think? Yes, this is what I have here. 2 crates. This set of wings, as you can see, it's for an A-10. They do not want straps over the top of this. So he said no problem putting straps down here. He said it happens all the time. That's what people do. So got 10,000 pounds of straps holding that down. The whole item weighs about 3,500. I think we're good here. I don't think we're hanging over the side. I have to keep an eye on this thing. This thing's got me a little bit nervous. A weird load. Not at all what I was expecting. And not quite 31 feet, but I won't give them a hard time about that. It's all the space I have left. I was hoping to grab another parcel. Not much to fit back here. I wish in hindsight I would have not got these mega ramps, and I would have just had a straight flat deck with some ramps that tuck underneath. These mega ramps are stupid. I never use the damn things, and you know, when I've had freight on there, it's just kind of slippery because of that metal deck. It's just kind of pointless. So in hindsight, if you guys are getting into this, freight guy would tell you not to get a mega ramp. Thought this was kind of funny when I came into the Flying J bathroom this morning. About scared the shit out of me. Yeah, never seen that in one of these bathrooms before. And then over here, they had 2 faucets going, 1 shower head. Not quite sure what that's all about. Anyway, thought I'd show. Good morning, freight fans. Freight guy here. Today is Tuesday, February 25th. I stopped last night in Mesquite, Nevada, and heading up to Hill Air Force Base today, and cruising down the 15, my favorite interstate in all of America. And I'm not saying that seriously or jokingly. It's just, it is what it is. Got pulled over for a roadside inspection. So dude was super cool, older gentleman, asked me if I'd been inspected lately, and I told him, well, I mean, I have that sticker right there on the window, and my sticker has the number 9 on it, which I assumed at the time when I was issued that means that you're good through the 9th week of the year. But when he saw it, he's like, well, that's a couple months old. So he's like, I'll just do a non-mechanical level 2, 3 inspection. I don't even know what the levels mean, but whatever. So he asked me for my bill of lading, my registration for the truck, my registration for the trailer, my driver's license, and he emailed over my logbook to him. You know, I was there for 45 minutes, but he comes back out, you know, he's like, hey, can you pull up your logbook real quick? I just want to look at this. And, you know, he had the date wrong, so he has me go back to his car and we go through it. So last Thursday, when I got stuck in the snow, I had went to off duty since I was just sitting there doing nothing. Glad I did, by the way, but for some reason, after that, after I got pulled out of there, it was in personal conveyance, and it had me in personal conveyance for the next, up until I made my next pickup in Salt Lake. So even though in personal conveyance and with my on duty, I didn't exceed my hours or do anything illegally, he said that constitutes as a false log. And so he gave me a little slap on the wrist and a little paper thing. There's no fines or anything attached to it, but I don't know what that does for your safety rating. But he's like, you're not trying to hide hours, you're not really doing anything wrong, but you've got this in personal conveyance. He's like, you know, that needs to be on duty because you picked up a load later that day. I'm sorry, not on duty, but on driving time or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I mean, that's cool. I said, that's an accident. I don't know why it was in personal conveyance. And I explained to him what happened in the snow. And at some point, you know, this keep trucking ELD log. I don't know if this happens to some of you other guys or not, but a lot of times I'll be running and I'll start it. You know, my day normal, and then later on I'll get down the road and it's like it stopped calculating. Sometimes like as long as, you know, 3 hours. I will have driven for 3 hours and it won't be in there, and I'll have to go claim it later, you know, through the website or whatever. And not the website, but on the website, yeah, on the portal. And it's just kind of a pain in the ass because you constantly have to go back. Like right now I have 17 unidentified driving events on my ELD. And I just cleared all that last Thursday night. So that means I have 17 events that I've got to go through, and either it's personal conveyance, I've got to log them. So, you know, if somebody makes a mistake here and there, you know, it is what it is. I don't know how that Thursday one occurred, but whatever. It just kind of pisses me off because it's like, I think I might have lost a load now because of it, because I found a load picking up about 100 miles north of Salt Lake, and I'm going to be about 30 or 40 miles north of Salt Lake anyway at this Hill Air Force Base making this delivery. But this delivery's got to pick up before 3. And now that 45 minutes, that might have shot my ability to do that. So, oh well, it was a load going to Georgia, which isn't quite where I need to get. But they want to try to get it delivered by Friday, and I think I could do it. I don't know. I was just, there's just crap out there right now, so I found something that was paying about $1.50 and jumped on it. And hopefully I can still get it. I'd like to go south. I'm sick and tired of driving up here in the north where the snow is. I'd like to go down where there's some warmer, normal weather is what I'd call it. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update on the roadside inspection. Freight guy got through and he's on the road and going again. But just word to the wise, guys, make sure you keep a close eye on those PCs and on duties and all that stuff. You know, these guys, for the most part, the ones I've met so far are friendly. You just never know what they're going to look for, though. And that's the first time somebody's actually looked at my logbooks. And I've had level 1 inspections where they didn't look at my logbook at all. But anyway, that's all I have for you for now. I'll let you update you when I get this delivery done. Talk to them. Alright, freight fans. Picking up these 2 big tanks here. Got my delivery done at the military base. Now we're going to take these. This is on the Manti, Utah, about 2 hours south of Salt Lake, and I'm going to run this out to mine in Nevada somewhere. Paying $1,000 for 460 miles, so it's a good paying load, and we literally couldn't find anything today, so check back in with you in a minute. 2 big pieces. This will be fun. One on. I had a hard time deciding here whether or not I wanted to come further back because I don't want the tail bouncing. So I think I think it's a good spot. The only issue I have is that this second one will be up here closer to the front on my drives, and that concerns me. And I guess I'll find out once I weigh it. I think the whole load's supposed to weigh 8,800 pounds. It might be okay because enough of it will be towards the back here. And I guess we're about to find out. Goodness gracious. That's some big stuff. It's a heck of a tractor too, man. That thing's got some reach on it. It's gotta be tough to get to that because they've got a bunch of like steel and metal fabricated things all around it, in between it. It's like scratching up against the unit right now. It's tough. They have to chain it to the boom there so that it doesn't fall off. We'll just take it easy with this. We got some time. We'll just go nice and slow. Should be fine. Alright, so they have to release that chain. Then you see that foot? It's going to roll this way. So I'm going to get the hell out of the way. I would not want to be crushed by this son of a bitch. Oh, good lord. Alright. There she blows. Man. Hey, what's going on, freight fans? Well, I made it to Salt Lake City without a minute to spare. I think I had like 2 minutes left on the clock today. So I picked up that crazy load of those 2 cylinder-shaped containers or whatever they are. Taking those to Barney or Barley, Nevada, one of those. It's over by Elko, one of the kind of areas I've been down quite a bit, so I'll be heading down I-80 tomorrow. Yeah, I need to hit the scales with this puppy. It's pretty heavy, but definitely not overweight. I can tell that just by pulling. But yeah, it's an interesting looking load here. I decided to do 3 straps on here for each one. Supposed to weigh about 4,400 pounds a piece. Actually held up pretty good, I thought. So anyway, I'm just getting back to my truck. I am gonna bed down. I am exhausted. And hit the road early tomorrow, guys. Talk to you then.